Have you ever seen the same number over and over again and wondered, is that a message for me? Hey, I'm Pharr. I'm an evidential medium, and today I'm sharing my story of seeing the number 426 almost every day for a good 20 years. But first, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell too. That way you'll be notified every time I release a new video about all things mediumship. Stories about my experience, recordings of readings that I've given so you can catch me in action, spiritual how-tos, meditations, and so much more. I remember that it was when I was in junior high and I was leaving one of my dear friends' homes. I was probably about 13 years old. And I looked at the address on her house and it was 426. I don't remember the street name. I just remember feeling compelled to stop and stare at the number 426. It wasn't long before I felt like I was seeing the number 426 everywhere. On license plates, the pages of a book I would be reading, a timer, and always on the clock. I woke up many times at 4:26 a.m. This constant appearance of the number 426 happened almost daily from the day that I saw it at my friend's house until I was well into my 30s. It's only in the past 5 years or so that I've noticed I rarely see it anymore. Now, I will be fully transparent and share with you that I am not a numerologist, but whenever I see repeating numbers or numbers that repeat themselves to me, they will often give me a subtle, claircognizant knowing that this is a message for you. At that point, I look up my favorite number on my favorite numerology website, Joanne Sacred Scribes. Check it out. And when I look up the number 426, it says, Angel number 426 is a message of encouragement and support from your angels. Trust that your material and monetary needs will be met as you journey along your life path, serving your soul purpose. Angel number 426 asks that you be positive and optimistic about the material aspects of your life. Now, I share that with you because the interesting thing about this number and how it resonates for me in my life is that while I wouldn't say that my life has been dominated by anxiety and worry, and especially not these days, I definitely lived a lot of my earlier life noticing a pattern of worrying about my security and my survival. And what's really interesting is that while some of this worry was amped up during times that I was starting a new business, so you think that makes sense, right? Much of it came about when I was having my needs met, or at least knew that I had the luxury and privilege of having a backup plan, people who I knew would help me if I really needed it. I remember being at a business conference at the very start of my previous business during my 426 years. I ran into a woman who knew a lot about numerology, so I told her my 426 story and asked her, what do you think this means? She responded with, this number is telling you not to be worried about your material needs. And I think it's really connected to knowing that your business will work out and it will be successful. I'll never forget that conversation. And I really took it to heart. In fact, if you've watched my YouTube video, My Dark Night of the Soul, you know that Spirit not so subtly called out to me at the beginning of my mediumship development and asked me to start letting go and shedding the worry that I held on to in my life. That it truly is a useless way to spend our time while we're here. I've taken that on in a really big way, and it has provided me with more joy, more peace than I think I've ever lived with before. So in the past 2 years, the number that I started seeing more on repeat was 1112. Now, when I looked this one up, it says, Angel number 1112 is a message from your angels not to be hindered or held back by old habits that need to be changed. It allows for the old to be replaced with the new. This has been a powerful reminder for me because, as many of you know in life, just because we make huge progress doesn't mean that some of our old patterns don't crop back up sometimes. And that old pattern of worry is not gone forever all the time. Sometimes it creeps back in, and this is when I notice myself seeing 1112. And I feel like Spirit uses it a lot too because they understand that I now have an understanding of that number. I have one more number that I'm going to share with you that I see more often today. But first, do you have a number that repeats itself that you see often? Do you feel like it's a message for you? And if so, what's the meaning behind it? Comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Now the number I'm seeing most often, I just saw it yesterday and again today, is 1212. What does this one say on Joanne's Sacred Scribes? Angel number 1212 is a message from your angels that you are to stay focused on your highest expectations as the angels and universal energies work behind the scenes, helping you to manifest your wants and needs, goals, and desires. I love that. Angel number 1212 is a powerful sign that you are to step out of your comfort zone and take new directions and/or begin new projects and ventures that you've been wanting to do for a long time now. Angel number 1212 encourages us to release our fears and apprehensions and get on with pursuing our passions and purpose. It resonates so deeply. Love it. While they are just numbers, are they just numbers? Paying attention to that subtle nudge that I get that a certain number is a sign has only ever helped me point myself in the right direction. So I thought it was worth sharing this story for you in case there are numbers you tend to see repeating themselves to you. Perhaps there's a message for you about how to journey forward with more peace and more joy in this next chapter of your life. And in the meantime, if you're interested in strengthening your clairs so you can speak to spirit, download my free guide below. It's called 3 Easy Exercises to Strengthen Your Clairs and Speak to Spirit. You can also check out my free training. It's called 3 Essential Practices to Strengthen Your Skills as a Medium. Both links are below in the video description. Check out mediumshipwithmel.com if you'd like to book a private reading with me, a group reading, or if you'd like to learn right along with me in my development circle. If you like this video, leave a comment below, like it, and subscribe if you haven't already. You can also ring that bell again if you want to be notified the next time I release a new video about all things mediumship.